Hey guys, Eric with the Huntin' Fool, bringing you another Mastering the Draw video. Today we're going to be going over Montana, which is probably the most difficult state to understand how their system works. So hopefully you can keep up here and I'll do the best I can to walk you through it. An overview of what we'll be talking about today, the draw allocation, the point system, application choices, combination license and drawing, the limited entry draw, application fees, party applications, and the points only period. So for the draw allocation, Montana guarantees 90% of tags available to residents and up to 10% of the tags available to non-residents. That 10% quota is not guaranteed, it's an up to. The point system. So in Montana, you've got a general elk and deer general combination license that they'll run a preference point system on. You've got the limited entry elk, deer, antelope, sheep, moose, and goat, where they run a squared bonus point system. So in other words, if you have 3 points going into the draw, they'll multiply that or square it 3 times 3 plus this year's application, so you'd go into the draw with 10 points. And then for bison, there is no point system, it's all random. Types of preference points options. Again, the preference points are for any general combination licenses, be it the big game combo, elk combo, or deer combo. For that, non-residents can purchase up to 2 preference points when applying, or 1 regular preference point during the points only period. So the difference between the regular preference point and the outfitter preference point. If you choose to take advantage of the outfitter preference point and draw a combination license, you must hunt with a guide in the field for deer and or elk for that entire season. That is also true if you apply for a combination license as well as a limited entry tag, draw the limited entry tag. You must hunt that limited entry tag with an outfitter as well. So keep that in mind. If you're going to purchase the outfitter point, you will not be hunting DIY in Montana that year for deer or elk. Point purge. Preference points are lost if you draw a general combination license or if you don't apply for a combination license. So that's something that was new for 2022. They made it to where if you're sitting on any points and skip the application process in the spring, those points are gone. So keep that in mind as well. Bonus points for limited entry drawings are never purged unless you draw a permit for that species. Application choices. Montana allows hunters to apply for 2 hunt choices, but the first one's the only one that matters because they cycle through everyone's first choice before looking at anybody's second choice. There's some pretty mediocre hunts that can sometimes be drawn on second choices, but it's not something to base your application strategy around. Types of non-resident combination licenses. So a combination license, again, is a general season elk and or deer license. All combination licenses include the fishing and upland bird, and that gets confusing for people. We get a lot of questions about, well, you know, why do they call it a general elk combination if all you're getting is the elk tag? Well, really that is all you're getting, but because they're throwing you a fishing license and an upland bird stamp as well, that's where the combination comes from. So again, 3 types of combination licenses. The general big game, which includes an elk and a deer general tag, the general elk combination, which is just the elk tag, and then the general deer combination, which is just the general deer tag. Montana issues about 17,000 non-resident elk licenses each year and 23,600 non-resident deer licenses each year. When you apply for the combination tag, any of those 3, you are required to front the tag fee at the time of application plus some additional fees that are not refundable. How the elk and deer combination drawing works. So the way they run their draw system for the combo tags is 75% of the licenses are awarded in a true preference point system. Whoever has the most points will draw the tag, and then They reserve 25% of those tags for 0-point holders. Again, 0-point holders, which gets a little confusing when you look at a draw report, but we'll get into that in a second. If you're purchasing a preference point when applying, it's going to be awarded ahead of the drawing. So that just means that they're going to front that preference point ahead of the draw. If you don't have any points and when you apply you purchase a point, you'd be going into the draw with 1 point. The general combo license draw odds. So all general combination licenses have been guaranteed to applicants holding 2 preference points in the past. The draw odds in 2021, to use as an example for the big game combination and elk combination with 2 points again guaranteed. 1 point you had a 35% chance, 0 points a 71% chance. Again, if that looks confusing, it's because that 25% of the tags was reserved for 0-point holders. Draw odds in 2021 for the deer combination, with 1 point you had a 40% chance to draw, and with no points you had a 54% chance to draw. All right, so how the elk and deer limited entry drawing works. First, you have to apply for a general combination license as well as a limited entry elk and/or deer permit in conjunction with each other at the same time. The general combination licenses are drawn first, and the limited entry draw happens only if you've applied for and are successful in drawing a general license. Squared bonus point system is used in the limited entry drawings. Party applications for deer, elk, and antelope, groups up to 5 can apply. That's true for both the bonus limited entry drawings and the preference general combination license drawings. Either scenario up to 5. Sheep, moose, and mountain goat, there is no point system or no party applications for that. All right, the points only period is typically going to run from July through September for bonus points. For preference points, that system runs a little bit longer. You can apply from July all the way through the end of the calendar year for those points. Bonus points are species specific, that's a mouthful, while preference points are interchangeable between combination licenses from year to year. If you applied for a combination license or limited entry permit in the spring drawings and didn't buy a point when applying, you will not be eligible to purchase a preference point or bonus point for the species you previously applied for during that points only period. Important thing to keep mind of, oftentimes people don't know that when they go to apply in the spring drawings and then go to buy a point in the summer and they're locked out of the system from purchasing that point. And that's all we got for Montana. That's a pretty brief overview. Like I say, very complicated draw system, but if you have any questions about what to apply for, where to apply, or any more questions about the draw system, just give us a shout anytime. We'll get you dialed in. And if you liked the video, make sure to give us a like. Thanks for watching.